When Steel talks, everybody listens.
I guess I'm the warm-up there, Mr. Giovanni. Good evening. You know, I could tell you, I could talk to you about why the great charter school experiment is doomed to fail our children over the years, but that's not the question for you tonight. I can tell you that the students, the parents, the faculty, the CEC, the school leadership team, the elected officials are all united in opposition to this co-location program. I think I'm right about that. That's going to be really apparent to you by the end of the evening. So I'm going to speak to you more specifically about the issue of this particular co-location. I do want to say that I am the elected Democratic State Committeeman for the 41st Assembly District. That's a small part of East Flatbush. I do have students from families that I represent that attend Meyer Levin, and I am a very proud graduate of Meyer Levin. We heard a lot at the last meeting about the utilization plan. And our superintendent had to read a statement out of the mouth of the chancellor quoting utilization figures for this building that suggest that even when there's new students come into this co-location, that our building will be underutilized. And that's, I mean, all I can keep on thinking is the old expression that figures lie and liars figure. Because the utilization plan that you had so much verbiage about at the last meeting is a guideline. It's not the holy grail. And trust me, as someone who has this physique, I can tell you that one size does not fit all. Okay? And what you need to consider is what your, not just what your eyes see, as Mr. Romano so clearly showed, is that this school has been blessed with your blessing to have a special performing arts program. You cannot discount that fact when you look at the space that is required for a program like that. You can say you're going to build it so that it will work. But in order to do that, you're going to have to build an annex to this building, because there is just not the physical space to share a dance studio, an auditorium, to have performing arts kids in this school developing their program, their abilities, their gifted and talented program in this building, if you have to share that space. So the utilization figures, which are supposed to represent what's fair for the allocation of public space, do not apply. You have to toss it out. It's not the holy grail. It's common sense. See what's going on in this building. Understand what's going on in this building. You talk about rejiggering the program. This building is already on 2 sessions in order to have it under population. I suggested to someone earlier tonight that, maybe we should have the steel drum band pop in here and say, I'm sorry you're using our auditorium now, but this is the time we have to practice. We need to use the auditorium for our next show. And then follow them with the steppers, or something like that, so you can see how valuable the resource of an auditorium is. It can't be shared once that school is here. And we also talked about, well, what's going to happen down the road is that the principal of Meyer Levin and the principal of Uncommon will sit down and they'll work it out so that the school can work seamlessly. All you're doing is setting us up for another fight. That's not fair to anybody. So, I know that that this administration is not a fan of charter schools. I know this mayor doesn't like co-locations. And I understand that the governor and the Republicans in the state Senate are kind of forcing this policy down our throat rather than letting our city run its own schools as we should be able to. I get that. But this is the wrong place for that kind of location. When you look at the facts and not the guidelines, when you look at the children and what they do here, and not some holy grail formula that does not apply. You need to find space somewhere else for these other kids, because this building is being utilized 100%